Hi guys, welcome to a new location. Today we delve into one of the darkest chapters in modern history, the Khmer Rouge regime in Cambodia. From 1975 to 1979, this brutal regime transformed the nation, leaving a lasting impact on its people and culture. To understand the Khmer Rouge, we need to go back to Cambodia before the regime. In the early 70s, Cambodia was caught in the crossfire of the Vietnam War, leading to political instability and civil unrest. The Khmer Rouge, led by Pol Pot, emerged from the chaos. This radical communist group sought to create an agrarian utopia inspired by Maoist principles. In April 1975, they seized control of Phnom Penh, emptying cities and forcing millions of people into the countryside. Under the Khmer Rouge, Cambodia became a brutal dictatorship. The regime abolished money, religion and private property, aiming to a classless society. Healthcare and education were dismantled and intellectuals became a target. Between 1975 and 1979, around 2 million people died due to starvation, forced labor and execution. The infamous killing fields are a reminder of the genocide where countless lives were lost in the pursuit of an extremist ideology. So today I want to learn more about the Khmer Rouge, and we are going to two places. The first one is a Tuol Sleng prison, also called the S21 prison in Phnom Penh, and the second one is the killing fields of Chong Ek. It's just outside of Phnom Penh. Those are two of the most important sites you can visit here in Cambodia about the Khmer Rouge. The Tuol Sleng prison, also known as S21, is one of the most famous sites of the Khmer Rouge regime in Cambodia. It was originally a high school, but was converted into a prison in 1975 when the Khmer Rouge came to power. S21 served as a detention and torture center for perceived enemies of the state. Around 14,000 people were imprisoned here, with only 7 surviving. Detainees were subjected to brutal interrogation techniques, psychological torture and inhumane conditions. The goal was to extract confessions of treason or conspiracy, often leading to forced admissions of guilt for crimes they didn't commit. When the Vietnamese invaded Cambodia in 1979, the Khmer Rouge abandoned the prison. Upon liberation, the site revealed the horrors that had taken place. In 1980, Tuol Sleng or S21 turned into the Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum to educate people about the atrocities committed during the Khmer Rouge era and to honor the victims. So in rooms like this, people were tortured 3 times a day until they write a confession, and then they were killed. And the interrogator also told the tortured ones they cannot cry, they cannot make a sound. This place was really secret, top secret. On the ground floor of the second building, there's pictures of all the victims who were imprisoned here, and also some horrific pictures. It's really crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 14 jails in one classroom, and there are like 5 or 6 every level. This barbed wire was to prevent that the prisoners will do suicide. Here you still have a blood stain. So in this last building you can find on the ground floor human remains of the victims. So now off to the killing fields. Now let's take a tuk-tuk taxi because it's a little bit outside the city center. So I'm now on my way to the killing fields and I pay 18,000 real. So here we are at the Chung Ek Genocidal Center, or the Killing Fields. I paid $6 and I've got the audio tour for English. The killing fields, particularly the Chung Ek Genocidal Center, located just outside Phnom Penh, are among the most significant and haunting memorials to the atrocities committed during the Khmer Rouge regime. As the Khmer Rouge sought to eliminate perceived enemies of the state, they executed people en masse at Chung Ek. Victims included intellectuals, professionals, religious leaders, and anyone suspected of opposing the regime. Around 20,000 people were killed, many of whom were brought from the Tuol Slong prison after undergoing torture and interrogation. The executions were often carried out in horrific ways, including shootings, beatings, and other forms of violence. The regime sought to conserve ammunition, so many victims were killed with blunt instruments. Victims were buried in mass graves, and many bodies were simply discarded in pits. This site contains numerous burial sites, with some still containing remains. In 1988, a memorial stupa was built at Chung Ek to honor the victims. The stupa contains more than 5,000 human skulls arranged in glass cases. The killing fields of Chung Ek are a powerful reminder of the capacity for human cruelty and the importance of remembering history. So I'm very interested to learn more here about the killing fields. Let's have a look. So here was a mass grave with 450 victims found. And here you have a mass grave of 166 victims without heads. After they found mass graves, some of them found also clothing of the victims. Now the next mass grave we are going to witness is where they found 100 victims. All of them were children and women, and most of them were naked. That tree was called the killing tree because the executors smashed the heads of the children on it. That is really a horrific way to die. And that tree is called the magic tree. They put a loudspeaker on it to make the sound of the music louder than the moan of the victims, so the other prisoners couldn't hear their destiny. And all of this and this and that are all mass graves. And here you see some human bones. They still find bones today. So here you have the pagoda with more than 5,000 human skulls. Some of them are really bruised, or there's a hole in it because of the way they killed them with blunt instruments such as machetes. The Khmer Rouge reign of terror finally came to an end in January 1979 when Vietnamese troops invaded Cambodia. The regime fled, but the scars of this dark history remain. Today, Cambodia continues to grapple with the legacy of the Khmer Rouge. Efforts for conciliation and remembrance are ongoing as survivors seek justice and healing. So guys, today I learned so much more about the Khmer Rouge regime. It was so interesting. Also the prison, now here the killing fields. I found it very interesting. I hope you did as well. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and a reaction in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel Location so you don't miss out on my next travel adventures. Tomorrow morning I will leave Phnom Penh and then go to Sihanoukville, where I will take the ferry to the islands of Cambodia. So I hope to see you again in another location. Ciao.
If you send me the location, then I'll be right there.